Hey YouTube, it's your girl Julia B here today with a brand new video, and today we're gonna talk about that money, girl. We're getting into the numbers, my numbers that a lot of people don't really like to talk about on YouTube because money and finances are just a little fragile here. So you know, it's understandable, but I want y'all to know, because when you get a million views, I know you will, because you know I did. If I can get a million views, we all can get a million views. So today we're going to talk about how much money I got paid for my 1 million viewed video. So a lot of factors go into how much money you can make on YouTube, and specifically how much money you can make from one video on YouTube. One of the biggest things is what type of video is it, what's the niche on your channel, what's the niche of the video that you're making. Honestly, some niches just pay a lot more. Advertisers pay to put their ads in your video, and depending on the niche, depending on your audience, age range, really depends on how much money they're willing to pay to put that ad in your video. So if you market towards adults, or if you market towards professionals or things like that, your video CPM might be a little higher. Whereas if your audience are mostly kids or teenagers, you might not get as much money from advertisers, because I mean, kids don't buy anything because they have no money. It's just like logic behind it, but honestly, you never know. YouTube is finicky, and you really never know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in the YouTube street. But just in general, some niches just make more money. And if you want to know more about which niches make more money, I don't know.
I'll try to find a video, link it below. I don't have one about it, but I'm sure there are some videos on YouTube on how to pick a niche that actually makes good advertising money, which I'll link down below if I can find one.
So when advertisers are looking to put their ads in your videos, basically it's called CPM. And I know if you're watching this video, you've probably seen or heard other people talk about CPM, but CPM is basically just the amount of money that YouTube pays you per 1,000 views. So the advertisers pays YouTube pays you half of what the advertisers paid them. So basically, you upload your video, upload my video on YouTube. YouTube reviews it. Make sure you don't do no cussing. Make sure you're not naked. Make sure you're not doing nothing foul that advertisers won't like. Once they watch that, see what kind of audience you have, blah blah blah. They basically show it to advertisers. Advertisers bet on your video. So basically, the better your video, the better the audience, the more the advertisers will pay. They'll bet to put their ads on your videos, and the more the advertisers pay, the more you get. Normally YouTube takes about 50% of that price. So if your CPM is $20, you'll only get 10. But you know, 10 is really not bad because it's per 1,000 views. And we already know we're here to talk about 1 million views. So basically, their money gonna run up. Just try to be a little family friendly. Not too racy, you know, a little edgy, but not too much, because you want advertisers to pay as much as possible, and you want to get high price advertisers that's willing to pay the big dollars for your videos. Another major key that plays into how much money the advertisers are paying is your watch time. So sometimes people click on your video, which, you know, I look on my analytics and I see y'all doing this sometimes. People click on your video 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and they click off. That's not helping you none. You want people to stay and watch the video as long as possible, because the more they watch, the more ads they'll watch, the more likely they are to click the ads, and the more those ads can run up. But if people are clicking your video and they watching it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, they're not even making it to an ad, it's not helping you none, girl. It's not helping you. So make sure you're making quality content, engaging content that keeps the viewer to the next ad. And also, just a little kicker in there, once you get past 8 minutes in your video, you can add as many ads as you want to add. Should you be adding 5,000 ads in your videos? No, because once too many ads start popping up, Julia B is gonna click out of your video. I'm not watching all those ads. So I would say keep the ads minimal, maybe 3 to 4 ads max. 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end, 2 in the middle. That should be, you know, a good standard if your video is at least 8 minutes. But you know, once you get to the really long videos, you can kind of add a little more if you want to. But those are just the things that play a major role in how much money that you make from 1 million views, or just from any amount of viewed video that you have on YouTube. So we're finally at the part that y'all all came for, to see how much money I actually made on YouTube for my 1 million view video. This is my channel, girl. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, just to throw that in there. Let's go to my YouTube studio. So this is the video that got me 1,051,776 views since 2016. This is a prime example of making content on YouTube and letting it stay and letting it ride out the wave of how long it takes to maybe get to 1 million views. Honestly, it's not likely that your video will blow up in a month and have 1 million views. So the longer it sits on your channel, the more it accumulates, the more views you get. You never know. I think that I did have 1 million views on this video in about a year maybe. But I should have made this video a long time ago, but that's besides the point. So the first thing I want to look at is my CPM. So let's go click on my revenue. And as you can see, the CPM in this video is super low. And that's because in 2016, I didn't know all these things to do. I don't think I had a lot of ads. I think I didn't add any ads in the video. It was just the ads at the beginning and the end. So I didn't have a lot of monetization going on. Also, it's just a really low CPM. As you can see, the advertiser paid $5.79. I only got $2.77 per 1,000 views. And even though I have 1 million views, I only got $2,911. I have made this money from videos with a lot less views. So let's go and look at another video that has done really well on my channel. So this video only got about 345,000 views, but it almost got the same amount of money as the 1 million view video with 1/3 of the views. And that's because I promise you the CPM is higher. As you can see, the CPM is double. So if we go back to the 1 million view video, as you can see, a lot of the traction was in the first year, and then it kind of fell off after that. I had a really big spike in February 2017 where I got 5,000 views in one day on this video. It was like 4 or 5 months after I uploaded it that I got this spike where I really got a lot of that traction back, and it dipped, and then it came back up again, then it dipped, and it kind of stayed steady again. I had another raise in 2019, and then it kind of fell off, and now, you know, this video is really old, so it still gets views, but not, you know, a lot. 1,051,776 views, 53,976 watch time hours, which is absolutely wild to me. Like, wow. I gained 3,500 subscribers from this video, and I had 6 million impressions. And I'm saying I had 6.9, well, really 7 million impressions. And out of 7 million impressions, 1 million people actually clicked it and watched it. I think that's pretty good. But as we know, I only got about $3,000 off of it, and that's not really the best. Like, I've seen people make way more money for a 1 million view video, and I've already showed you how I made more money making a video that had 1/3 of the amount of views. But that's because my CPM was a lot higher, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the amount of ads I put in my video, and that's really just, you know, the way it works. So I want to give you guys a few tips on what you can do to better optimize your highest potential of money from your videos in general. And even if you don't get 1 million views, as we can see, you can get more, you can still get a lot of money from not even getting 1 million views. It doesn't take 1 million views to make a lot. It takes optimization to make a lot. So the first thing I want you to do is make searchable content. So you can go into your analytics and you can pull up exactly where you got the most, where your traffic source is from, and how you got those. Here we have where I got the most of my views from on this video. Number 1 was suggested videos. Number 2 was browse features. Number 3 was YouTube search. So if you go to your analytics and click reach and scroll down, you can see exactly what keywords you use that work the best. So you can see this one was silk press natural hair, silk wrap natural hair, silk press short natural hair, silk press on short natural hair, like a bunch of things. So you want to think about what people will search if they're trying to find your video, and making videos that people are actually searching. So if something you're interested in, you can go to your normal YouTube. I'm gonna show you a trick that I do. I go to my YouTube. If I want to make a video on box braids, I'm going to type in box braids. And as you can see, I've already typed this in a bunch of times, and it'll give you the top hits on what to use in your title. Box braids tutorial, box braids men, box braids rubber bands, box braids for beginners. All these things are videos that you need to make if you want to make a video about box braids. These are the top ones. So any ones on this first page will probably be a good thing to use, a good title to have in your video. So people searching, you'll pop up. It's that simple. It's really not that complicated if you think about it. It's just really having a strategy, going into it knowing exactly what you're making to optimize search. You want to be searchable, and then once you're searchable, once people search you, they find you, they'll watch the video, they'll watch it all the way through, and then that's when you get a lot more suggested videos. YouTube will start suggesting you to more people because other people watched you, and then it's just a snowball effect of views. And the other tip I wanted to give you is ads. So I talked about earlier how my first video in 2016 that got me 1 million views, I did not have ads in the video. I think I went back and placed some ads in like years later, like maybe last year. And honestly, I didn't get the traction on that video that I got back then, so it really did make a difference. But if I had had 2 or 3 ads in that video back when I posted it, I know for a fact I would have like 3 or 4 times the amount of money. Instead of $2,000, I would have like 6, because those are the views that I had. But because I didn't add those ads in, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. When you're making videos, make sure you make them 8 minutes long so you can add your own ads in. I try to only put no more than 3. If my video is really long, I might add 3. But if it's anything under than 10 minutes, I only add 2 ads. Over 10 minutes, I might add 3, and that's basically giving me the best of both worlds. I get 1 ad at the beginning, 2 in the video, and then you can opt to add 1 at the end as well. And that way you get the best chance of people watching those ads. And also, you want people, if people actually stay and watch your video all the way through, they hit all those ads, they might click 1, and then you know, more money for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I think this is the first video I'm making about like the background of YouTube, money on YouTube, any of these types of things. If you like this kind of video from me, make sure you subscribe to my channel below. I do have a bunch of video ideas that kind of go in this same family. So if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'm going to do another kind of YouTube tips type of video, because I've been doing this a long time, and honestly a lot of it for me has been trial and error, and honestly I'm still trying a lot of things. So I think that us going on this journey together, you seeing me grow, you seeing me actually use these tips on myself and they're working in real time, I think that it'll be a hit. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments if you like this video. Also, like this video, click the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.